What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Team 69 Crew channel. My name is Midget, and today I'm going to show you how you can become a proper decent tank in Elder Scrolls Online. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because, as you've seen through my channel the last couple of weeks, I've actually done ESO live streams, and people want to know how to become a certain specific role for, like, either become a damage dealer, a tank, or a healer. And my role specifically is a tank. So what I've currently done is I've reset all my skills, and I'm going to show you how to build the best tank role that you can probably, I guess, make to your full advantage when you go into player versus environment. This is not PvP, this is purely for either story play or group dungeons, so no player versus player. So the first thing you're going to want to do, obviously, is go into your skills, and you're going to want to go down to your one hand and shield. Now the skill set I'm going to use, both ability bars revolve around one hand and shield, so I'm going to need to buy, or make, sorry, 2 shields and 2 swords, or a club or an axe or something, obviously to make the 2 weapon sets. So first thing you need to do is go into abilities, go to one hand and shield, and you're going to want to buy puncture, and if you can, you want to morph that to ransack. This also gives you minor resolve, increasing your physical resistance, which is handy for when you're blocking spells with your shield. You're also going to want to get low slash if you can, and make this into heroic slash if you morph that, which also gives you minor heroism, increasing your ultimate generation, which gets you ultimate abilities quicker. Obviously, if I'm going too quick for you, just pause it every now and again and get to the bit you need to go to and do it as you go. We're going to also need to get defensive posture. Now this is handy for tanks specifically, because it basically, when you activate the ability, you provoke the enemy you're going for to come after you, which makes the other 3 people open to go and attack the enemy you're going after. And obviously, like I say, it makes it extremely effective. And when, obviously, I've not got the upgrade for this, but you want to morph defensive posture into absorb magic, and that literally is absorbable magicka that's coming towards you, and probably deal some out by reflecting it back. You don't need anything else in these 3 slots for the time being in ability bar 1. So what you're going to need to do next is go to we need to go to heavy armor, I think it is, and go to immovable. And this is something that gives you like an increased physical presence, and makes you more resistant towards spells when you're taking damage. So you can sit there and take quite a lot of damage whilst you're sort of like baiting the enemy as such. You want to buy this, and obviously you want to morph that when you can. And it would be quite handy to buy most of these as well, so rapid mending, and obviously the Wrath, Juggernaut, Concentration, Resolve, all the rest of it you're going to want to buy, but I'll just show you the main abilities first. So what you're going to need to do next is go to, I think it's Dragonic Power. Is it Dragonic Power? I need to do this as I go, hang on. What am I looking for? Inhale. Yes, that's the one. Right, so you want to buy Inhale, and preferably, if you can, you want to morph Inhale to Draw Essence, which gives a second hit of magicka when you do a damage deal to the enemy. So you want to buy Draw Essence. I did used to use the previous one, which was like an extended breath, but Draw Essence is much more effective. And again, you can purchase all these as well, so Iron Skin, Burning Heart, these will make your character more effective in the tank roles with these abilities that are equipped. What else do I need to get? There's one more. The ultimate magma armor you want to get, which is, if I can find it, this one here. And you want to morph this if you can, and you want to get, I think it's Magma Shell. That basically means when I activate it, I can give nearby allies, a powerful shield damage. So you get encased in a bubble, and you can take damage for like 15-20 seconds, which is pretty decent, and it obviously increases my resistance by 3% whilst I activate it. And again, you can also buy all the passive abilities for this as well, but like I said, I'm just going to go through the main abilities first. So that was ability bar 1, and then when you change to this, obviously I've got a destruction staff in the background there, but I'll change that to a sword and shield in a sec when I get out of this. But for the ability bar 2, you need to go to get Dark Talons, which is in Dark Talons is in this one here, Dragonic Power. And you want to try and morph this if you can, and you want to get Choking Talons, and this basically affects enemies. Affected enemies deal less damage, so if they're stuck to the floor, they can't move, and when they do swing at you, they can't do much damage to you. And also, it does include the I think what is it, implosion. I think it is where allies can walk up to it and press B and Y, and it implodes the talons around and makes an explosive thing around them. You also want to get spiked armor, which is in the same Dragonic power list, and if you can, again, you want to morph this to hardened armor, so you get a damage shield around you for a brief period when this is equipped. So again, it's all about taking damage and having stuff to protect you whilst you're being a tank. You also want to get Dragon Blood, and again, if you can morph this, you want to get green Dragon Blood, and this gives you major endurance increase and stamina recovery, which is very important for a tank because the shield blocking takes a lot of stamina. So anything you can get back with stamina abilities in them, like what are they called, stamina glyphs or stamina potions, anything like that can give you extra stamina, you're going to need. And then you're also going to want to go down to get Obsidian Shield, and I think that is in Earthen Heart, which it is. Obsidian Shield you want to try and get, and if you can, again, you want to morph it and get Igneous Shield, which again gives you major mending, increased your healing done. So when an ally goes to heal you, you'll increase the effect of the healing on you, which is very decent, because obviously as a tank you don't really have many healing abilities to hand. And you also want to get Inner Fire, which I think is in Dragonic Power. No, it's not in Dragonic Power, it's in... I've got to find this now. Inner Fire, it's probably looked right at me. Inner Fire, I can't find Inner Fire, where the hell? Inner Fire, I thought it would have been in... where is it? Inner Fire. Ah, there it is. You want to go to Undaunted, obviously. I didn't really know where the hell to look then. So Inner Fire you want to purchase, and if you can, you want to morph Inner Fire to Inner Rage. Obviously I've not got that at the minute, as you can see. And again, when you get the Undaunted passive abilities for this, you want to equip everything you can. So anything you've got with the abilities in it that have passives, you want to buy the passives as well. And for the ultimate on ability 2, you want to go to Dragonic Power and get the Dragon Leap, and if you can morph that, and you can either have Take Flight, which means you can jump further, or Ferocious Leap means you can gain a damage shield after leaping, and obviously that's the best one you want to get. You want to get anything that's got a shield, like I said, to help protect you. So once that's purchased, like I say, just go down and buy, if you can, all of the passives that you have unlocked at the time, because they will all help. Anything you have left over you can use for anything else you want to do after that. So obviously, like I said, I've got Earthen Heart abilities equipped, so I'm going to want to use the passive abilities for them, because these all increase the damage and shield, and obviously stuff you can take against enemies. And again, anything you've got something else in, so Fortress, and then whatever else you have, you can unlock. As you can see, I've maxed out there because I'm only level 36 for one hand and shield, so I need to get to level 40 to make it higher. And also, if you can, if you're playing the same character as me, which is an Argonian, you want to make sure you go to Argonian skills and get all the passive abilities you can for this. So this increases the amount of magicka I can get by potions, this increases my maximum health, and if you can get all three, it increases it by 9%, which makes it, your resistance is 1350. And then Quick Mend is obviously when an ally is healing you, you can receive 5% additional healing on top much quicker. And like I say, if you want to put them into like woodworking, enchanting, provision, all the rest of it, you've got points to spend after. So I've got 68 points left to spend after this. So what I'll do now, obviously after this video is finished, is go and make a second one hand and shield, because obviously I've got destruction staff at the minute, which is no use. But it doesn't really matter what sword and shield you use, as long as you've got some decent ones that are quite relevant to your level. So if you're using like a level, I'm currently a level 102 champion, but I'm currently using a level 80 bat, sorry. And obviously that's not going to be the best for me, because I'm going to want to upgrade stuff to my level. But a word of advice for you guys, I wouldn't go mad on making armors every 10 levels. I would make yourself a decent armor set when you get to like level 80 champion, if you're going in the champion points, and then from level 80 just upgrade your stuff until you get to 160, because 160 is the highest you can get in levels. So when you get to 160 you can make a 160 armor, and that's the highest you'll be.